I wanted to talk about this other thing. I don't know if you did a video on it or not. I think you probably did. That Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris got caught basically freebooting CNN and other news outlets.
It's damning.
It's very bad. Yeah, it's very bad.
Which is why the legacy media largely isn't covering it.
Yeah, this is extremely bad. This is a very bad look for her.
I like how they have the caveat. Well, other campaigns have done this. Well, Donald Trump's campaign's not doing it. Which one would people find sleazy? You run ads, or you run ads and deliberately misedit them in order to make it look like you're being endorsed by the news.
Yeah, this is against Google AdWords terms of service, by the way, as somebody who, runs an ad agency or ran one for almost 20 years.
Selective enforcement, though, so they're not going to, ban them or something.
The story is, for people that don't know, Kamala Harris, her campaign were running ads spoofing themselves as CNN, The Guardian, NPR, the Associated Press, USA Today, AP News, The Independent, PBS. They were taking articles and then retitling them to make them seem as if all of these news outlets. You want to know why the polls look the way they do? You want to know why Kamala Harris is telling her audience at rallies to, quote, Google it? This is why.
Yeah.
If you're a normie and you're just like, oh, what's going on for Kamala Harris? Like, look at this. Inflation is down. Under the Biden-Harris administration, the U.S. is winning the inflation fight. Is it? It doesn't feel like it. The stock market certainly doesn't agree.
Yeah, when I buy pickles, I'm very, very confused. I was told inflation was under control.
Yeah, I don't think. Now, here is my advice for the Trump campaign, should they want to take it. Now, I don't think they will. I think immediately the Trump campaign should launch similar ads with the exact same spoofing of every one of these news outlets. Only good can come of it. Either PBS and USA Today comes out and tells Trump to stop it, and he sues them for not doing it for Harris, or they have to come out and say that they, in fact, did not endorse Kamala Harris or any presidential candidates. Either way, this is a win.
I think several of them have already responded, but it's still a good idea, because then you can come out and say, look at the legacy media and how corrupt it is. Nobody had an issue until I decided to start doing this.
Exactly. He should fire up. Listen, Donald Trump, I'll do it for you for free. I'll spin up a campaign for you that does every one of these things, and I'll have it live by 3:00 Eastern. And like, all you do is you force legacy media to either, the other outcome is you force legacy media to just stop it. So at least you get these fake Kamala ads off Google. Well, if
you do a campaign like that, then I'll definitely help you out.
I think that's what you
hilarious.
Right. This is a win-win. Like, it's absolutely a win-win for Trump. Oh, are we lying now? Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to run my ads. CNN's not going to want that. Like, Trump takes an ad where CNN's like, Trump's slightly ahead in polls, and changes the ad to CNN confirms Donald Trump crushing Kamala Harris in humiliating defeat. Run it on every every Kamala Harris search query. Yeah,
that has been confirmed. The Kamala Harris, contracted HIV from Snoop Dogg back in the day.
Right, confirmed by The Independent. And like, all this stuff, like,
I mean, you'd think that this would be lawsuit fodder if you're posting it as though there was an actual corporation involved, which is what the media is, but it's not the same headline. You'd think that would be technically defamation.
All you have to do is look for CNN debunking the Tim Walz horse fluids story, and then run an ad and say, Tim Walz had his stomach pumped because it was full of horse jizz? ? CNN reports.
Yeah, as
And,
long
like,
as there's a question mark after it, you're not actually making a declarative statement.
and it's an article that's on
You're
CNN.
just asking a question.
Yeah, it's on CNN. And you know what? The click-through rate on most PPC ads is like 1%. So that means
Or
the other
most people are
99%
simply seeing the ad.
for free. You don't even pay for it. So everybody who's not clicking that ad to see the debunked story is getting a free brainworm that Tim Walz guzzles horse cum. It's like it is literally, it's literally the exact business model of every single tabloid and has been for 30 years.
Maybe we should get together a syndicate of content creators with common sense and try
Yeah.
to run such a campaign.
Yeah, dear Donald Trump, seriously, I will do
Fucking
it
hire
for
us,
free.
dude.
Yeah, like there is literally no downside to this. You force them to answer, or you force them to endorse her, or ban the ads, and you get free access to the news cycle.
Free access to the worms.
Yeah, you brainworm 99% of people who are searching for Kamala Harris. You force Google at a time in which Google is under the microscope bigly. You force Google to have to ban this because they should be banning it. You shouldn't be able to brand hijack. Like that's wildly against their terms of service.
This would be like if someone linked to some random material and said Styxhexenhammer 666 confirmed to be a pervert.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be wrong or defamatory, but
right. Yeah. You wouldn't have much in terms of damages, but you can't, but Styx would have every right to sue them and say that you can't. It wouldn't even be. It would be worse.
The article wasn't even originally about me, and it's mistitled and everything.
It would be worse. They would be linking to one of your videos where you said it, and it would say Styxhexenhammer admits he's a pervert, like because they're using a Reuters article to borrow credibility. So, like,
the Wall Street Journal claimed that I was problematic. But...
There you go. So this is a massive scandal.
People are underestimating it, but the thing is, the reason it's not going viral, at least at the moment, is because it's being hidden as a news story.
Yeah,
and we've seen this before, and they're going to keep doing it as long as they get away with it.
I do think, though, that this is probably the first big Kamala campaign scandal. I would say. Like this is
How long ago was this posted, by the way?
3:00 yesterday.
Okay. Unfortunately, that means it's not going to go viral unless people force it to.
Yeah, it missed it. It definitely missed. It missed the we missed the window on this, but like I still think Trump could do what I said. I think Trump could just run ads. The Trump ad campaign should commit to, $5 million in ad spend. By the way, Google has come out to confirm that it does not violate their rules. So if that's the case, then
man, why am I not doing this shit?
Yeah, why? Yeah, why?
CNN confirms Styxhexenhammer is the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Right.
Fox News confirms he's got a 200 IQ, and CNBC agrees that he is the top YouTuber and really cool.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'll throw one in for you too. Yeah, exactly. BBC agrees that the Quartering is the greatest live streamer of all time. So
yeah, BBC surrenders its name BBC because the Quartering is the real BBC. So if it's not against their rules, then Trump should be doing this. Like, this is one thing the right does that frustrates the hell out of me. And
they play more by the rules. They assume that they're going to get spanked.
Yes.
And the left wing just ignores them.
I get it. Okay. And maybe, and people can rightfully disagree with me on this. I get it. But I don't want to, you can talk about principles all you want, but if you don't win, you get nothing. If Donald Trump doesn't win, you get nothing. So for
you get nothing. Good day, sir.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. And then they so for 4 more years you can whine and complain about how you don't get how you lost, or you can say, you know what, when they go low, we go lower. And I'm going to get right down in the mud with these losers because the moral high ground is not a winning strategy.
The physical high ground is the strategy.
That is. Yeah, the physical high ground is
artillery on that fucking hill, dude.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, Trump should betray his morals or that. I'm saying that the right is too panty wasted to say, they're just like, oh, well, that's why the Democrats do this stuff. They like, remember when they're like Trump, a huge tactical error was him saying, oh, mail-in ballots are corrupt. Don't do it. Yeah. Now every Trump voter that couldn't make it that day didn't vote for you. Every Trump voter who's sitting in line in Maricopa County when the machines broke again, they couldn't cast a vote for you. So
in that election, it was close enough that they still would have been able to print enough ballots. So I don't think that matters. But him telling people to early vote is a good idea.
Yes, he should be telling everyone, hey, it opens 2 weeks before. Early vote, have a party, bully your friends and family into going and voting. Don't tell them who to vote for, but just, make sure you make a good case for who you think is best for them.
Insinuate.
Yeah.
One of these candidates wants to steal your gun, necessitating that you shoot them. The other one doesn't give a fuck.